Hey everyone, it's Clint Salter, your host for Dance Teachers Unite for 2015, the day you've all been waiting for, the day all about marketing. I know that you all want new students into your studio and you're like, well, Clint, how do I do it? I'm hearing that I should have this thing called like a landing page and I should have an offer and I need to be getting email addresses and the newspaper doesn't work anymore. So I've got some experts on today to help us kind of break through and really for you to understand what's working when it comes to marketing in 2015 so that you can have a killer year next year in your studio. I'm so happy to be speaking to an awesome guy today who actually gets to talk to great marketers for a living. I'm just a little bit jealous. He is the lead educator at Lead Pages. Hello, Tim Paige.
Hey, what's up? Thanks for having me, and everybody, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome. Hey, Tim, in like 60 seconds, can you tell our studio owners a little bit about you, what you do, and also what's your big mission in the world?
Yeah, so I am the conversion educator at Lead Pages, and that means my job is to take all the information that we've been learning as a company and share it with folks like you so that you can get great results for your studios and your businesses. And my mission is to help empower business owners, entrepreneurs, and marketers to do the stuff they really want to do in their lives and to have a business that allows them to do that.
Awesome. Hey, Tim, you do see and work with lots of businesses every single day. I want to ask you, what are some of the mistakes that you see small business owners making at the moment? Because there's a lot of options out there with what they can do around marketing now. So what do you think when they go into it? What are those common mistakes that you see all the time that people are making?
Yeah, the biggest thing that I've been seeing is that people don't understand what the goal of their marketing efforts are. I think what a lot of people do is they'll say, well, I need to take out a Yellow Pages ad, and they'll take out a Yellow Pages ad, and they'll say, I need to have a landing page, so they'll put up a landing page. But none of those things mean anything if there's not intent behind them. I talk a lot about intent, and it applies in just about every industry. What's the intent of what you're doing? I'm a voice actor as well, so I do a lot of voice acting for video games and cartoons and stuff. And all of my coaches, they've all focused on that intent. As you're doing your script, when you read a line, you don't just read a line. You have an intent. What are you trying to get out of that script? When you're doing your marketing, when you're writing an email, what do you want people to do once they've read that email? You don't just want them to read it. You want them to read it and then click to go do something else. So in all of your business and all of your marketing efforts and all the things you're doing, have a clear intention, what you want people to do, and ask them to do it.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. And is that about having like a big goal and then working backwards and kind of identifying all those steps? So for instance, if we're talking about getting a new student through the door, which so many people do, it's going, okay, we want this many students in. This is our kind of strategy, our plan, and these are the objectives, that we want to hit, like at each point, at each milestone. So when they go to the landing page, we want them to do this. That's going to then get them to do this. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think reverse engineering it is a great way to go. You can go back through those steps. What does it take to get somebody to sign up? So what's the thing right before the sign up, and then what's the thing that leads to that? Sure, you can do that, but really, I think that it can be even simpler than that. And it's just keeping in mind, if you're going to do something, what is it that you want that thing to do for you and for the person that's going to be there? If you're going to send an email, what do you want that email to do for you? If you're going to write a blog post, are you just writing a blog post to put information out there so people can read it? Or is there a purpose for that blog post? Just being purposeful and intentional with each thing you do in your business.
Yeah, great tip. Hey, Tim, when it comes to landing pages, because there's a lot of confusion around landing pages at the moment, especially with our studio owners. So let's say they might be promoting their fairy ballet classes, right? So preschool ballet classes for like 3 to 6 year olds. And so they might have an offer there where they might get a free guide, like the 5 things you need to know before your child starts dancing, or it might be a free trial class or something similar. So they go to a landing page and we want them to opt in. So to get that offer, to get that free class, can you talk us through what is a landing page, first of all, and then walk us through some really important elements that we need to be creating or looking for when we're putting that page together?
Sure. Well, a landing page is simply a page that's designed to get the person who goes to that page to take one particular action. It's very focused. It's kind of like if you imagine your website is a restaurant menu, a landing page is a restaurant menu with just one item on it. Okay. So it's a simple one step thing. The only thing somebody can do is give you their email address or register for a webinar or buy your product. It's just one goal. And the other question was some best practices for the landing page.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, one thing is to again, be focused on what the thing is that you want people to do. And if we're talking about an opt-in page, right, to get people to join our email list, you want to give something to your audience that is something that will help them solve a pain or enhance a pleasure. So a lot of the time, when we think of pain, especially in the case of, when you're trying to get kind of parents to get their young kids, take them in for dance classes. Okay, so what's a pain there? Well, the pain is not knowing what to expect, not knowing what they might need in order for their kids to be a part of that class, not knowing whether it's going to be difficult to get their kids to want to do it, if their kid is old enough, if they're ready. All of these things can be maybe frustrations, right? I have a 2-year-old, so I can imagine the first time I'm going to take him to some class or something, there can be a lot of frustrations around that. So on your landing page, you want to clearly state that you understand that problem and offer something that will help them with that problem. And here's the big key here. You're not solving that problem. Okay. I tend to slip and say, offer them something that solves the problem. But in reality, we know that our big problems in life aren't going to be solved with one click. Okay. We recognize that, but help them offer some kind of a solution, something that can help them with that. So here's a great example. If it is young kids, what'd you say, like kindergarten ballet?
Like a preschool ballet class.
Great. So a preschool ballet class. So it could be something along the lines of the only 3 things that your daughter needs to start ballet class. And it can be, it could be like a list of some certain kind of clothes or whatever it is. I don't know. I've got a son, so I'm not sure. But, the idea is it's something that solves a specific pain, or helps them rather solve a specific pain, and it's simple. See, I love the list of things or tools or resources and that kind of thing because it's so clear. It's not a 6-part video series. It's not a big long ebook. It's just a simple list of tools that they can download. And by the way, not that my son couldn't do ballet. I just realized that I misspoke there. But
no, that's fine. You mentioned daughter before in the thing, so yeah.
Right.